hey, in this episode, we're going to be talking about things that may be triggering to some people. We're going to be talking about medicine, we're going to be talking about weight loss, we're going to be talking about doctors, nurses, so on and so forth, visits to the doctor. So if that's not your cup of tea, this probably isn't the video for you, and we will have a hilarious review up for you next week. So, thank you very much, and welcome. Oh, dang it. Shake, shake, shake. This makes the worst slurping sound in the world, so. ASMR. That's the only one that'll, I'll probably cut everything. I last posted a health update for you guys November 20th. I had just told you that I gotten the okay to start testosterone, and I talked about how excited I was for that. And I also talked about how everything felt like it was moving too fast, and at the same time everything was still going too slow. After that, life got a lot faster. I caught COVID, and then I had to rearrange my doctor's appointments almost twice, and then I started testosterone December 15th. So, if I look confused, or this video sounds like it's a script, that's because it is. And I am confused. Because that's my gift. But I scripted this stuff out so that way hopefully it's not a rambling mess, and so try not to be too discontent about that, because I get distracted very easily and will ramble. So I'm going to start this video with a quick too long didn't read for those of you who want just the bare bones of the health update. But before I give you the TLDR, I just want to explain that the person I refer to as my doctor in this video is actually an advanced practice registered nurse. She's registered under a doctor, but I've never met the doctor. I've only ever met her, and so I will colloquially be referring to her as my doctor, as she is the person I see every week. At least once a week, it seems like. So, alright, on to the TLDR. I've been on my testosterone for 3 months now. I've started back on my focus medicine, and I've started an anti-anxiety med for the first time. I've never been on one before. That seems to be doing crazy great things for my depression. So that's really, really cool. I started reading with a nutritionist so I can pursue weight loss, something that feels right for me specifically. I do not encourage that sort of thing. I'm all about body positivity. Do what's right for you, and make sure to do it safe and healthily, as safe and healthily as you can. And between my doctor and my nutritionist, I've discovered that I'm pre-diabetic and my body is desensitized to insulin, so that's fun and cool. And because of that, I've started taking an insulin-related medicine. So, yeah. So those of you that will be dipping after the TLDR, here's where you can hop off. But before that, please remember to like this video if you're interested in more health updates. Maybe leave a comment about an important change to your health in recent years. Usually, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a part of a duo, me and Garrett, and we cover LGBT stuff while attempting comedy, I guess you could say. You know, we're a little bit funny, so maybe if you are interested in that sort of thing, subscribe and stick around. It doesn't cost you anything. Half the people who watch our videos aren't subscribed anyway, so, I mean, you could help us lower that number and make it like a third of the people who watch our videos aren't subscribed. Subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything. So, breaking down the TLDR into long form, we're gonna get more in depth into this nonsense that is Michael's transition. Well, not just my transition. I actually have like health stuff for you guys as well. I try to be mental health positive on this channel. I try to be body positive on this channel. I really want to be open with you guys about as much as I can be. A lot of this stuff refers specifically to me. Don't use me for medical advice. I'm just here to support you guys. I want to do the best I can. I will always be like, you need to talk to a doctor, a nutritionist, your nurse practitioner, whoever you can talk to about something. Talk to them before making serious changes, so on and so forth. So we're just gonna start breaking down the fun side of things. Fun. So transition updates. I started testosterone, like I said, December 15th. I just got my labs for my 3 months recently because I'm getting really close to the 3-month mark. I am now on the full dosage that I will be at, which is 0.5 milliliter of testosterone CYP. I take it as a sub-Q shot, and I inject it in either side of my tummy once a week. My needle is currently 5/8 of an inch. I think mine's an 18 gauge. Okay, so fun things I've noticed with testosterone. We're gonna get a little TMI here, maybe a little bit. Try not to. I hope you can notice it now. I can definitely hear it now. My voice is a bit deeper. I can't hit high notes anymore like I used to. So that's really cool. A huge part of my dysphoria was my voice. I feel a lot better now, even with just this little bit of deepening. I've got a bit more peach fuzz on like near where sideburns would be growing, and on like the, you can't really, I don't feel like you can see it this light, but like on my jaw, the sides of my jaw. And then I've always had a mustache, but it's definitely starting to darken now. Here's where we're gonna get TMI. A little tiny teeny weeny bit of bottom growth. Something that you'll hear a lot if you're transitioning is about bottom growth. Your clitoris lengthens or enlarges, or however you'd like to say that, and it's the strangest feeling in the world. It's like people will describe it as like a tingly sensation. I would describe it as, you'll know when that bottom growth be hitting though, when you're just fucking aroused all the time. That, at least in my experience, that's been my personal experience. I'm glad to share this with you. Like I said, I wanted to share with you guys. You can see how awkward of a person I am right now in this moment. Let's see. I have more euphoria over the smallest things. I'll catch like my voice the right way and I'll be like, ooh. Or I'll see myself in the mirror more, and I'm not so anxious about looking at myself in the mirror anymore. That was something unexpected. We're gonna go into the flip side of that in the not so fun things. And then weight loss. I don't have a lot of fat redistribution yet, but that's to be expected. I'm only just barely over 2 months in. I'm coming up on the 3-month mark here on the 15th of next month. Those are like the fun cool things I've noticed, like body hair changes, stuff like that. Those are kind of euphoric. Not as fun things. Here are some not so fun things I've noticed with my transition. A new body smell. My period has more or less stopped, except for when it hasn't. It's super, super frustrating because it'll totally ruin whatever I'm wearing. So that sucks. Dysphoria hits way different now, and in my opinion, it hits way harder. So back to that mirror thing I was talking about. There are a lot more times where I'm looking in the mirror now like, hey, how you doing? And then there are other times where I'll walk into the bathroom and I'll catch myself in the mirror, and it'll be super confusing because the way I sound now to me and the way I look now to me doesn't match the way that I know I look to other people. And so I find that I clock myself more, and that's not to say I don't feel like I'm passing anyway. So, and that's not a huge deal for me right now. I know everything takes time. I'm not frustrated by it, but dysphoria is a mental thing, and good luck telling your brain like, hey, it's okay, man, like we're getting there. And so yeah, dysphoria days be hitting different. Oh, here's a fun one. Acne. Now, so I'm very lucky. It doesn't appear to be on my face very badly. That's not the bad thing. My shoulders are wrecked. My shoulders and my back, like, oh my God. I forgot. It like triggered old memories of being like a preteen. And yeah, I remembered having like shoulder acne real bad then too. So I'm like, great, it's back. And I'm going to put this under a not so fun thing. That arousal I was talking about before, I would put that under a not so fun thing. Specifically in my case, because before taking testosterone, I didn't get aroused particularly. So suddenly being in a position where I find myself attractive and I find other people attractive and I'm like aroused all the time is really, really wild, and kind of inconvenient. That's something that I am personally dealing with. And then lastly, on the not as fun things, the hormones aspect of transitioning is not super fun. So I don't mean like the needle and stuff. I'm already more or less used to that. I've been giving myself my shots now for almost 3 months. But the hormones, once they're in your body side of things, are not so fun. I don't feel like I've been having particular mood swings, but there are definitely days where I can like feel it, and I'm just like, this is a new feeling, and I'm not a fan. So that's also a thing. Take that how you will. Moving on from transitioning health to physical health updates. So I decided in January that I wanted to start working on losing weight because I'm a heavy set guy, and I have been since I hit puberty, and since then I've never been able to lose weight. So I decided that I would take on trying to go to see a professional about it. So all of my past attempts at weight loss had failed, and previous doctors had made me feel like it was on me, that I needed to lose weight. I needed to just stop stressing about things. I needed to do all this other stuff, and none of it was working because it was stuff that I had already tried. I'd tried fad diets. I'd tried diets that worked for family members who were like diabetic and stuff. Nothing was working, and I couldn't figure out why. And so I just felt like it was my fault. No one referred me to anyone. I never got to see a nutritionist in the past. I never had the opportunity to even talk to my doctor about the possibility of weight loss medication. I didn't even know that weight loss medication, actual prescription weight loss medication, was a thing. So I brought it up to my current doctor, and she actually referred me to my nutritionist, who I met for the first time January 5th. She's a super, super kind person, very, very wonderful, very easy to work with, and very willing to work with you. And together we worked out a diet plan that would fit my very strange ecosystem. So we're going to discuss my diet now. For those of you that don't know, I actually am a vegan with a little asterisk. Here's where the asterisk comes in. I do eat fish. I eat fish, and I continue to consume products that are animal byproducts, like ketchup, for example. Fun fact, ketchup is not vegan. Look it up. I wish I could say that I'm a vegan for ethical reasons, that I do it for the animals and so on and so forth. However, I can't. The reason that I am a vegan is for my own physical health. I've always been lactose intolerant, severely, and I am also allergic to whey, which those of you that don't know, whey is another major component of milk, and it is in everything. After I stopped eating milk products, though, I knew how good it felt to not be sick all the time. I'm a very sickly person, and so I decided that I would stop eating meat altogether because being sick started coming back, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. So I cut meat out of my diet, and I tried meat one at a time to see which ones I could eat, and as it turned out, almost everything made me sick still. So the diet we discussed was based on that health need. We managed to decide that I'm supposed to eat between 2,000 and 2,200 calories a day, sticking with this diet, and no soda, and help from my meds, because the meds that I'm on right now are both appetite suppressants, as well as help from my medical professionals. I've gone from 327 pounds, which is about 148 kilograms, to about 309 pounds, or 140 kilograms. Woohoo! I've lost weight. That's 18 pounds. That's crazy. That was really, really fulfilling. I want to be clear, though, this wasn't easy, and I recognize that the help I've gotten, as well as other aspects of my health, are what have allowed me to start safely losing weight. It wasn't just my nutritionist who helped me lose this weight. There was actually another thing that helped me lose this weight, and that was, it turns out that I have PCOS, and apparently I've had it for a very long time. The reason this is important when I'm talking about weight loss is because PCOS can lead to you being pre-diabetic. On top of the high testosterone level, body hair, and other things that PCOS messes with, it also causes you to improperly use your own insulin. Unused insulin promotes fat storage, and so it causes you to put on weight really, really easily. But you need to be able to properly use your insulin to be able to lose weight. And so because of that, that is the other thing I was talking about earlier when I was talking about I'm finally losing weight, like we figured out some medical stuff. This was that thing. Because of that, I also take an insulin medicine now called metformin. And the way metformin works is it helps you become sensitive to your own insulin again. It flushes out excess sugar from your body. And then it also encourages your liver to, well, I think it's your liver. I believe I read that it was your liver to produce more of your body's own sugar. So, yeah. And that is the last of my physical health updates. So, exciting. Wow, so much has happened. 3 months, crazy. Mental health update. I'm still seeing the same therapist as before. I had a bit of a kerfuffle with a psychiatrist for a while. Nothing came of it, and I was out $132. So that was really, really upsetting and really frustrating, because that was how I assumed that I was going to get my medicine this time, because I wanted to do everything right. I know that a lot of people recommend going to a psychiatrist to deal with psych meds, because they can do even the smallest adjustments to your medicine for you and really like focus in on what's working for you and what's not working for you. So I was a bit upset that that was a thing that wasn't working for me. I talked to my doctor about it, and between my therapist and my doctor, we decided that we were going to pursue medicine that way and not bother with going through a psychiatrist for now. I'm very excited because after so many failed antidepressants, I decided that I specifically wanted to treat my depression like it was a symptom, not like it was the main event, so to speak. And we decided that we would focus on my anxiety and my lack of focus. Thanks to that, I'm back on my Adderall. That is the focus medicine I keep talking about. And it is doing wonders to keep me on track. It's helping me with communicating. It also helps me feel less anxious about being social because of that. I don't feel as nervous talking to like my friends and my family, as well as like new friends online, as I did before, because I can complete a thought. I also have the ability now to focus on things long enough to get them done. Now I'm just suffering from lack of motivation. And then also, for my anxiety, I'm trying what is essentially Zoloft. I'm not as well educated in Zoloft as I am with the rest of my medicines. However, I am over halfway through my first month on Zoloft, and I can definitely say that in general, it does seem to be working. Everything seems to be okay. And the things that I have noticed is that while my panic attacks do happen about as often as they did in the past, and I'm still generally anxious, the panic attacks are quicker, as in from start to finish. They're much faster now. It doesn't always stay with me all day. And I feel like I can recover and feel less tired after one now. And then each day I feel like I'm becoming healthier and figuring out healthier coping mechanisms to deal with my fear response. And I don't think I could have done that over a month ago. And that is my last thing to report. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Once again, like I said earlier, I'm a part of a duo. It's not always just me and my awkward health updates. It's also me and my roommates being goofy, or me and my dear friend Garrett attempting to be comedy gays, trying to do our part to talk about things within the LGBT community, or things just in life, through the lens of people who are in the LGBT community. If you're interested in more health updates or transition updates, definitely give this video a like. It lets me know that there are people watching it. It really lets us know what content you guys like, so we can keep pursuing that. And then comment. Comment. Post below. What is an important change that you've done? I've changed my diet like 3 times. Tell me about a time where you changed your diet or something for your health, and I will read every single comment. I always do. This has been Michael, the monster under your bed, very awkwardly explaining his health. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you all. Take care. Stay extra.